All right, very excited to be here with the Auburn head football coach at Media Days, Bryan Harsin. Coach, I appreciate you taking a second. You know, year two, obviously the culture, getting it where you want to, roster kind of changing a little bit, but the togetherness of this team with what you guys have been through, and like you said, the past is the past. Only time you look in the past is a game film to get better for the next week. Can you talk about the togetherness of this team and what it means to you and the players to have gone through what y'all have gone through? Because, I mean, that's got to bring y'all even closer.
Well, I think we've seen it. You know, we got three great players here representing our program, and they've done a phenomenal job. But it's really about the present and the future, right?
For sure.
And like you said, we'll go back and watch the game film. We'll talk about the past that way and learn from it. But right now, it's about what are we doing right now and what are we doing moving forward to get where we want to go and to build this program into the type of team that we all want to be. And, you know, right now I think our guys are focused on that. And from what I've seen, the chemistry, cohesiveness, all that has just been as good as we could expect at this point right now. And if we get into fall camp, we're going to find out what that all looks like back in real football again. But I'm really proud of our players, proud of our coaches, proud of this team and where we are right now.
Yeah, and all the signals coming out is the togetherness is off the charts.
Coach, you're one of the best in the country when it comes to offensive schematics, but a head coach has a lot more responsibilities than just game planning. So how do you balance being the head coach but also being involved with the game plan, not just throughout the week, but also during a game in the heat of battle?
Yeah, just simplifying and really keeping the main thing the main thing. I mean, that's what I look at every single day, because you're right. You can get distracted. Players can get distracted. We all can. The most important people in our building are our players, period. Our coaching staff, our support staff, what are we doing in those areas? That's going to be my focus. And then everything else outside of that, I'll get to it. But we got to make sure our players each and every day and our staff, you know, has what they need to be successful. And we're trying to create an environment every day that someone can do their best work in. All right, and that's what we need to have for our players, and so that means football. And we don't talk enough about football. It's a lot about everything else. And I told our staff this the other day. I'm like, guys, I'll be shocked if somebody asked me, like, you know, what's my favorite 3rd and 8 play? And it's just not. But that's really what it's about, because guess what? 3rd and 8's really, really important in a game.
Yes, it is.
Fundamentals of the game of football are really important. Blocking, tackling, what your stance is, it all matters. So I've gotten to a point now where, in my career as a head coach, of really looking at things and going, okay, well, that's not the priority now. I'm going to get to it, but number one is our players. What are we doing to develop our players? All right, what do they need from us as coaches? What do our coaches need from me to help them do their jobs? And then it just works down from there. And sometimes that means being uncomfortable saying no at a certain point, that I'm not going to do that right now, but I'm going to do it eventually. But these are the things we got to focus on in the moment.
Yes, sir.
One more quick one, Coach.
Absolutely. Well, you lost some guys on defense, but you're bringing one key piece back, and that's Owen Papo. He did miss some of the season last year. How big is him coming back for a leadership role for the defense?
Well, you know, Owen was here last year, and the reason he was because he's a leader. And unfortunately, he didn't get to play much, if any, last year. But the impact he makes on this team as a leader, who he is, what he brings to the table, he'll have his time to shine.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. And you know, he's one of the best football players we have. He's one of the best people that we have. And so he's been working extremely hard to put himself in a position to have a great year. And we all know that when he's out there on the football field, we are better. And there is no question about it. And I would say, like, these guys that are here representing us right now, that comes from guys like Owen.
Absolutely.
All right? They get to see him every single day leading and doing what he needs to do to help our football team, being unselfish, and allowing guys around him to learn from him and bringing guys with him. So to me, I'm excited. I know he's going to have a great year. He's a key component to the success of this football team and certainly our defense. And he's just a leader that brings guys with him, and his impact will show throughout this year.
Awesome.
Well, Coach, thank you so much. Best of luck. We're going to be keeping up with you, and appreciate you taking the time.
All right, thank you, War Eagle.
Hey, if you like what you heard and you want to hear more, go on over to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher. Check out Crain & Company live every day from 2 to 3 Central, where you can hear us spit it straight.